I don't know, when you start studying the world, you start seeing all these practices and the Eastern spirituality, and you've got, that's the KoonDahLeanie awakening, and it's just this is the way to peace and joy and all this fulfillment and the spiritual highness and blah, 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 blah. I'm just amazing. And I'm like, and I'm not saying that there's not very good experiences that people have when they practice physical disciplines like and the whole yoga thing, there's just lots of different views on yoga. The way that I'm looking at it as a Westerner is probably, I'm sure it's completely wrong in the eyes of an Easterner. So it just doesn't matter to me what they're thinking about, what I'm thinking about it, because they don't care what I'm thinking about Western shit that they don't care about. So who cares? The way I'm seeing it is there's obviously secret little, things that we don't know about the body. And when we position ourselves in certain positions, like these yoga positions, which are stretching the body and opening up communication lines like nerves that are compressed and different things like this. So I don't think everybody should get all up the religious people. Oh, it's satanic, and you're opening yourself to demons. Can we just stop it? Our body is a gift from God. And when you see these people that have practiced yoga for any length of time, a few months to a year, it doesn't matter if they're spiritually practicing anything. They're doing the physical movements with their body. They become physically healthier based on simple science, folks. That's real. And I'd be like, you're anti-science, or Christians are anti-science. Well, I said I was a Christian for many, 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 and I wasn't anti-science. I was anti-agenda, where they use pseudoscience, God created science. I mean, science is real if it's real. I mean, if it's this real science can be proven over and over and over and over and over. You get the same result every time you do X, Y, and Z. I mean, this is scientifically proven. That's what scientifically proven means. So I'm looking at, but then yoga and things like this is you're going to strengthen your body and you can discipline yourself because sometimes it's hard to hold poses. It's uncomfortable. It's burning. Your muscles are fatigued. This is all about just strengthening your body and strengthening your resolve against uncomfortableness, because life is hard and we should do things that are hard. Because that's what my daughter told me when she said, Mom, all kids should play sports. I don't care what it is, even if they don't really, they're not like on fire about the particular sport. Not that you should make a kid play a sport they don't like for years on end, but she's saying, they should be sampling these things and being in a sport because it teaches children in this day and age of cushy, lay around, play video games all day and pick your butt and cry because you're whatever, and be inside the house. Athleticism, it's hard. It's something hard, and there's a little bit of competition involved. Well, it depends on how much competition. But that children need to know that, need to have the skills to push themselves, push their body when their legs are burning, when they're running. And like they need to understand that life is indeed uncomfortable often and that you have to push through this kind of pain. And we're not saying you should run on a broken leg. We're not talking about that kind of pain. We're talking about the regular, the gear, just life. And how was I going to go with that? I don't know how I was going to tie that into this, but these people that get into this yogic tantric sex and all this goofy KoonDahLeanie, and they get way into this is religious. This is your all whatever, whoever's into it, spiritual beliefs. Is there truth laced in it? Yeah, I'm sure there is. But you're building a story around those truths that you find out, like energy areas in the body that they're saying, well, these are called chakras and they're real. I believe that they are real. I don't think anybody really knows particularly what they are, but you can just see that these things, there's so much truth in it, but you're building a story around. We don't know if the stories that you've built or that have been told for hundreds, thousands of years, we don't know. Why can't we all just relax about it a little bit and stop going into things like, yes, sexuality is deep and important, but then they put it on this. First, they say Westerners put sex on a pedestal. We're just obsessed. No, you are the ones. The people that want us to abstain forever because that's spiritually better. You are the ones that are turning it into something highly spiritual to the point where it wasn't supposed to be there. I'm sorry, but that's my opinion. You can say, you're just stupid, Karen. You're just primitive animal. That's why you'll never understand. You're not going to ascend because you can't be abstinent. Well, how in the hell is anybody supposed to have children? See, it's just the whole, you're arrogant. You're arrogant because if you've got yourself where you don't have to, no fap November or whatever, oh, I don't have to touch my willy because I'm so spiritual. We're not, nobody cares. You sit around all day. I was married to somebody that started to, get this mindset. I was just like, what? And then the arrogance within this person of, oh, you're just so, oh. Like I was an absolute, I was a turnoff. I know, I look better when I put my lip gloss on. I was younger then. And it was like getting kicked in the teeth by a horse. You know, to walk up to your husband in the morning when he's having coffee and just gently put your hands on his shoulders and just give him a little hug. And you can just feel this, I'm spiritually superior to you. I don't want you to make my dick wiggle. Why on God's green earth and blue, and did you get married to a woman? Why didn't you just stay single and become a monk? Okay? I'm not even trying to get with you this morning. I'm just being a normal human being and giving you a little hug on the way by. But you, ex-husband, are so paranoid or so full of yourself that you think I'm just dying to jump on that rod first thing in the morning because I'm giving you a hug. Can we just stop distorting this in our minds? Of course I want to, because I was at the time. But it wasn't like, they did, it's abusive to make your partner think that they're dirty and they're animalistic and they're beneath you spiritually because they are interested in engaging in intimacy with them, your own spouse, because they led you to believe that they were attracted to you that way and was going to continue to be, and that this was going to be a normal part of life, like eating and drinking and sleeping and, other activities that we do as human beings, like picking strawberries and making love and, watching a sports game or going to, like, it's in the realm of normalcy, and you all, the spiritual guys, are just bunches are so slutty. Stop. Just stop. Stop getting married. Stop acting like your obstinance just places you so much higher above the rest of us spiritually. We could never understand with our slippery crotches what you all are achieving spiritually during your KoonDahLeanie meditation. And I know, I'm just so primitive that I just don't get it! It's okay. Because maybe I've got like 1 million more reincarnations to go through. Maybe it's not my fault. Maybe I'm a new soul who just loves riding the rod. You know what I mean? Did you ever think about that? I'm a fresh, brand new soul that just can't get enough. Lenny's okay with it. All right, anyway. We never, ever turn each other down because we understand one day it's going to be the last time. And we're never sorry. We've never said afterwards, even if it was briefer than we expected, even if it wasn't as off the hook as we thought it was going to be, we're never sorry that we came together in an intimate moment, or more than one moment, on that day. We're never sorry. That's why we don't turn each other down, ever. That's why we don't exercise our discipline. Well, if he had issues not being able to last long enough, then we would practice that. But that's not an issue in our lives. He done did that years ago when he was young. He straightened out how to not immediately. So then when we got together, it's rarely an issue. And when it happens, it's like, whoa, hey, babe, like, I know, like, I'm so hot that he just goes over that. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like it's a compliment when it happens occasionally. It's like, whoa, babe, ho. Anyway. Sunday morning sex talk with a grandma with no makeup or her hair done. So she looks like God. Who on earth would want to get with this old bag? You ain't seen me with my hair down and lip gloss on lately. Anyway, peace out, YouTube.